All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Osh from the Great Millstone Tampa Church. I just want to do a quick video, exhortation video, as well as edifying. It's concerning the chariots of the Lord, so-called UFOs, as this world calls them. All right, the brothers was talking about it this morning. You know how one of the brothers said on the radio, they were saying that it's a daily occurrence out there in California, which is a daily occurrence everywhere in the world, really. Just people ain't paying attention. They're there. The chariots are always around. Like Elisha said, I believe it was Elisha, he said there'd be more of us than there'd be of them, and then he prayed that the Lord opened I believe it was the servant's eyes, and then he was able to see all the chariots around. So the chariots are always there, but now they're making themselves known. All right, their presence is being, all right, they're making their presence known, so to say, because the build up to Yahweh's grand return. But I don't know, one of the brothers in the camp did a video on UFO sightings was up like 300%, something like that. I forget the exact number, but it's a couple 100% up, UFO sightings. And these sightings are taking place worldwide. All right, America, South America, Russia, Africa, everywhere you name it, it's taking place. So as the scriptures say, look up, for our redemption draweth nigh. All right, because that's where our salvation is coming from the heavens. And the vehicle or the instrument of our salvation will be those chariots. All right, we will be called up into the air. All right, to meet the Lord in the air. All right, to be with Him forevermore. Just like Yahweh left, He left in a cloud. He's returning in clouds, and every eye shall see Him. So now everybody's daily is beginning to see these occurrences, because the angels are revealing themselves. They're making their presence known on the earth. And even last year, part of one of the stimulus packages, it was the birds got to chime in on that. As birds, that's how the Lord's coming, in the formation of birds. So that's the spirit. But because they weren't chirping like that before I turned the camera on. But anyways, last year, the part of that stimulus check, the stimulus package, was to undisclosed UFO information. All right, the CIA and whoever the hell else has, I think they have 6 more months to disclose all the UFO information and evidence that they've had. All right, make it public, which they've already released a bunch. This is readily available. All right, to get. You just have to look for it. It's online on the government websites, and it'll tell you all the documented UFO sightings from the Navy, from the Air Force, so on and so forth, from the NASA, okay, from CIA. All right, but this is just a sign of the times, man. When you begin to see these things come to pass, which we are seeing, the things that Yahweh warned us about would be taking place in the last days before His return, then look it up, for our redemption draweth nigh. All right, the Lord's coming from the skies, man. He's coming in clouds, and every eye shall see Him. This should have brothers ecstatic, rejoicing, knowing that what we've been preaching is taking place. The word of the Lord that was given unto us is taking place. Okay, and the main thing, our salvation. The way that we're going to leave is appearing. All right, the method that the Lord is going to use to deliver us, there's the beginning to appear. Now, whether we all going to the Fathership or not, regardless, when Yahweh returns, He's coming with His host, His army. Okay, so in His armies, they're here. The scouts, they're out here scouting, man. Like when Yahweh send the scouts, the spies, before they invaded, I forgot what land it was. I mean, it was the land of Canaan, but I forgot what city. You know, and I think it was Joshua, Caleb, and a few others. I think it was a 12 total, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, they were spies before they invaded. They sent spies out, and then only the Joshua and Caleb were courageous enough to say, let's take these niggas down. But that's what's going on now. The Lord is sending forth spies, which is the chariots that you see popping up here and there. They're watching the people, man. They're watching the elect, all right? They're keeping guard on them. They're watching all the evil deeds these people are committing. Because what? They're preparing for an invasion. You don't just invade somebody without intel, without, look, the bird stopped. Spirit, but you don't invade somebody until you gather information, intel. All right, you get some surveillance in, you know, which the Lord could just take them out without intel, of course, because he's the one that set this all up. But hey, he's a man of war. He's a man of strategy. Okay, and in war you prepare, and that's what the Lord is doing, man, sending forth his angels. All right, making the world know what's about to come. Now, people don't know what it is. The average day person don't know that they call them UFOs or aliens. Well, we identified those flying objects and their chariots of the Lord. All right, we call them clouds, pillars of fire. All right, but we know them as the chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And pursuant to Isaiah 66. All right, in 15 and 16, that's part of the Lord's weapons, man, that he's going to use to render his anger and rebuke. All right, so you know that time is at hand, man. The chariots are going to continue to show themselves, and then one day, when all hell breaks loose, the mark of the beast is mandatory. World War III is taking place. One day they're just going to be sitting there in the sky, and missiles are going to be flying. ICBM nuclear missiles are going to be on the way. One of these days, Lord's will, one of these days soon. Because when them missiles are flying and them chariots are in the sky, it's over, man. We're going to be in tears of joy. Calling upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, praising his holy name. When you see them skies filled with chariots, and you're not a believer, and you around one of the men of the Lord, you're going to be bugging out. As this man is praising the Heavenly Father on his knees, crying tears of joy, and you're going to be bugging out. It's an alien invasion. Call 911. This is the mindset of people, bro. They're watching too much movies, too many cartoons. This is reality. All right, well, you only call aliens, which you can call them aliens. It just means foreigner. When the Lord called us aliens, we're the alienated from the Commonwealth of Israel. They like to call Issachar illegal aliens. Well, guess what? There's a reason for that. It's because we're the people of the Lord. And we're going to get delivered into those UFOs via alien abduction, if you want to call it that. We call it salvation. But the signs are getting very clear at this point. And that's why people can't gainsay or resist anything we got to say, anything we bring out the scriptures, because it's all right there in your face at this point. So there's nowhere to go, nowhere to run from this truth, man. UFO sightings are worldwide, and they're increasing by the day. All right. And guess what? This is what Esau's going to have to fight in the war in heaven. Michael and his angels against Satan and his angels. And Yahushua is going to be in the midst of it. Zapping motherfuckers. Second Ezra, what is that? Chapter 2, I believe. Or 13, one of those. It talks about how Yahushua didn't even lift up a finger. But fire came out his mouth. Those are them laser beams those chariots going to be shooting out. All right, read Psalms 18. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. All right. King David witnessed it. How them UFOs was zapping people. And he even got called up into one. Called it the large, what do you call it? He called it a large place. All right. And ultimately, that's where we're going to be. Lord's will, we those men. They talked, there was a sighting not too long ago of a chariot going into the sun and coming out. All right. The size of Earth. That's ridiculous, man. What can Esau do against that? But we know when we see something like that, look, if that chariot even comes close to the Earth, everyone's going to see it. Because you can see the moon, and the moon's way smaller than the Earth. So imagine a chariot the size of Earth coming. And then, like the movie Independence Day, all these little chariots flying around as well. Yeah, you people are through, man. You have no idea what power you're messing with. We do. That's why we fear the Lord. That's why we call upon his holy name in hopes that he grants us salvation, man. Sees us worthy to save. You have no idea the force and power that's coming. Unlimited energy, unlimited resource. Okay. This is the fight Esau is going to have to fight in these last days, and he's going to lose miserably. And then when the destruction happens, nuclear missiles destroy America, okay, and the salvation takes place, and the crowning ceremony takes place, and New Jerusalem comes back down from them UFOs, we're coming to conquer the rest of the earth. Put everyone in subjection. And it's going to be a glorious day when we see those chariots. So look up, brothers. Our redemption draweth nigh. Shalom.